Hello guys, what's up? This is ScherBR talking. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about Valkyrie Anatomia and we'll be discussing the recent updates on this game. Let's click on the Divine Weapon. We will be talking about two characters that I still haven't talked. We received False Asian God yesterday and we received Summer Ailyth on the past week. Let's talk about Summer Ailyth first. Summer Ailyth is a very good character. She got very used on Japanese version. She is now competing against Underworld Leo because both are tanks using different type of weapons but the same element. Both will guard healing, both has increased aggro. The Summer Ailyth is a very good because she doesn't need her orb to be a tank. So now let's start with clicking on her status to check this out. Summer Ailyth has Season 3 characters status. She has 3000 physical attack. Defensives are very average, just like all the characters from her generation. So you can see here on the first screen already that her orb only increases physical defense, mag defense, attack, and also lightning damage. Now let's just check out for her attacks. She has three normal attacks. So the first one launches, the second one is elemental, and her purify attack is tied to the lightning element. She has an animation for her purify attack, so it's very nice because of that. You will need a lightning weapon if you want to pursue the damage path from her, but you don't really need. If you only want one Kopai to be a tank, you can change the weapon to be of any other element, just thinking about the highest guard hate for either physical or magical damage. So now let's just check her passives. You knew the first one is just damage, attack, and damage dealt by lightning attacks. The second one is the combination. The second one and the third one is what makes her a tank. You see that she will recover HP up to 10% if you get to level 5 or 8% on level 4, and also the same values for reduced damage taken. On the last one we have a greatly increase on damage dealt by lightning, and also she will be drawing more enemy aggro. Enemy aggro is just getting more attacks towards this character and reducing the number of attacks towards the other characters. If you don't know, every character has 25% chances of being attacked if no other passive is active. So she gets 20% more if she gets to level 5. So it means that 45% chances of attacking her instead of the other characters, and the other characters will have reduced aggro because of that. So it's very nice. It's exactly what Klaus was doing from the start of the game. It's also what Fang Arngrim is doing now. It's also what the original Arngrim was doing, but original Arngrim didn't have the guard healing. So we have limited skill as well that increases the lightning action skill damage. It increases by 40%. It's a very good value. It's just like Eventide Valkyrie when she introduced this limited skill. You just wait for 3 turns and you will do a lot of lightning action skill damage. And you know she comes with an enchant skill that increases her normal attack damage. I don't think this is good. You should be changing this for ES Burst because it will give her even more lightning action skill damage and combining with the limited skill. We also have the image that shows the original values from every single one of the stuff. You can see that. Let me just open this as well here so we can discuss. Summer Ailyth has a 60% increase on both attack and lightning damage. It's up to 10% guard healing and reduced damage taken. And we have a 20% increase on damage on aggro up if you get it to level 5. And her orb is just a 56% increase on both mag defense and defense, and 43% increase on lightning damage. It's very good. I think she's still comparable, one of the best characters from the 3rd generation. Let me remove this image here. And like I said, you can skip her orb if you don't want her to do damage, and she will still provide you very good support with the healing. I don't really need a tank because of how many party assist status I get from my fights, but for those that have like 180k party knights, I think they can get a very good use of her tank. So let me close this one here, and now we need to talk about her weapon. She has Basilant as a weapon of choice on her banner, and Basilant is actually one of the best weapons we have so far, simply because it has colossal damage, 3 uses, very nice. And let's see here, what's the guard hate? Is 24, it's not the best one for her. We have better guard hates on physical than this, but it works. And we also have this increased defense that increases defense on every start of turn. I don't know the values here, but it's good because defense is always better to get because she's a tank. And well, this is it. I think this is a good LA candidate. Even if you don't want plan to use her forever, you still have a use because Great Sword from Lightning Element are very common. Besides, Holly and Dark Lightning is the ones they use a lot as well. So let me close this. So this is my take on Summer Ailyth. She is very strong. If you have the, if you like the character, I really like Ailyth. I just wanted to have all the versions, but I will be skipping this because my account doesn't really need a tank right now. But if you plan on getting a tank with not having to pursue the orb, she is good. But she's not on that deal that you can get the orb from the shop, unfortunately. So now let's talk about False Asian God. False Asian God is very nice, like I said, because she's kind of on the future of the game. We are getting a character that is very recent on the Japanese version as well. She is tied to Shakugan, and she has something that may be interesting when compared to her, but I'm actually on the wrong banner. We have to check this banner here. The other one is the paid banner with a guarantee artifact. This one is very good deal for people that spends on the game, but let's just talk about the normal banner that most people will summon for. We have 1% chances of getting just like Summer Ailyth on the first step and up to 2% chances on the third step onwards. Same thing for the two characters. And let's see here, just for checking, you can see it's 2% chances from the weapon, and it gets up to 5% chances on step 3 onwards. Let's click on the tail so we can check False Asian God. Well, we have here very interesting stuff. You can see she heals on critical hits, but with her orb instead of her passive. Like I said, she's tied to the Shakugan storyline, so she can do similar stuff than her, and she increases mag and dark damage and heal from critical hits. It's one of those characters that really need her orb. She also is a mag attack damage dealer, and her status are a little beyond what we saw with Summer Ailyth because she is a 4th generation character, a very strong one to be said. Let's just check her attacks. You can see she has Grunt Force, it's a downwards attack and an onwards attack, and then we have elemental attack. She really needs an Dark Elemental Staff. We have one that was very good because it increases status even more when used with a staff wielder from the Dark Element. I don't remember the name, but we'll be checking this later. So, well, let's just check the passives. She greatly increases mag and damage dealt by dark attacks. It's normal. So let's see the other one. She has guard break on her attacks. Let me just get this here. And also she rarely applies status elements. She doesn't apply all status elements. She applies some of them. Let me just check it out. So I just checked it out with people on Discord and then said that their false god inflicts a lot of status element. I'm not so sure about blind, but I do think she also gets blind. It's strange because I get some information that she was not able to inflict all the status element in the past. But guys, she is pretty awesome, and you have this to just get more chances of getting status elements. You see, rarely apply status elements. You have to try to increase that. We have some weapons that increase the chances of inflicting status element. I remember Jun and Jail Banner having a weapon like that, and her own weapon also gets more chances of inflicting it. You also have the third passive greatly increases dark again. You see, again, and also increases all of her status on each turn. Very interesting thing to have. And her limited skill is exactly the first of its kind. It sacrifices one attack to activate. One attack is okay, especially if you have 6 attacks with her. And for one turn, she will have an attack debuff effect with her normal attack. So you have 6 attacks, you will sacrifice one, and then you get a chance to decrease the normal the attack of your enemy. It's 20% debuff. It is a very good value, and we work very fine with your blind. If she really inflicts blind with your freeze, will be a very good value because she also heals with critical hit attacks, but she doesn't have it's an increased critical hit chance. So this is what differs her from other critical hit healers. You have to use her with maybe if you have some passive that increases critical, it will help a little, but you can also try to equip it with some weapons that also increase critical hit chances. The last one is AS Assist Dark that increases dark action skill damage. I think it's okay, you don't need to change for AS Worst, only if you have some more of them remaining. So she's a very strong character that tries to be a lot of stuff on the same time. She gets status all on each turn, so meaning that she will be good on defenses as well. She gets damage, she gets a lot of dark damage, she gets guard break, she gets inflicting status element. She can heal from critical attacks. She is one of the most strong characters in this game with a very strong quick kit. She also works very fine alongside Shakugan. She can be replaced if you don't have Shakugan and if you're summoning for False God. I think both work together as well. We don't have many mega attack damage dealers on this game, so choosing well will help you. We also have a lot of dark staffs on this game, unlike other elements. We also have a lot of lightning ones, but these two was the most useful elements for staff. So now when we talk about her, I strongly suggest getting her if you are on a need of the two things. If you don't have a status ailment, inflictor, and if you don't have a critical hit healer, she will be the two things on the same time, and also with attack debuff, she will shine for quite a lot of time. I don't think she has a replace on the Japanese version yet. And you can look on her status, they are very impressive. 4000 mag attack and up to 1.4 mag defense. Very nice. Even if you're not using her, if you're just using another element squad, she will still be very strong. She has a very unique Purify attack animation, very beautiful. I think she is worth your choice. So now let's just talk about her weapon. We have her weapon here. It's Chaos Rod. Okay, I forgot something here. Let me just show you the original values of her passives. It's important so you can just compare to the other characters in this game. We have False God here, and she has a lot of good passives. The number are very high. Let me just get here. So yeah, she has 70% increase with her yellow orb, with her mag, and also her dark damage. The black orb doesn't have data mined information yet. The red orb is 25% and 5%. Let me just check here. 25%. Yeah, 25% increase on Dark. Here we have the Red Orb, and 5% on all her status on each turn. I think this kind of stacks up. I'm not so sure. 5% for each turn. I don't know what's the limit. It's still not data mined. And we have the Orb. It's 60% increase on both mag damage and dark damage. It's a very good combination, guys. A very strong damage dealer alongside being other stuff. So, like I said, one of the best characters we have in the game so far. Now let's just check her weapon, Chaos Rod. Chaos Rod is, let me see here, you see colossal damage, 3 times inflicts curse as well. Yeah, applies curse and darkness. Darkness is blind. Sometimes they just doesn't use the correct spelling of or just the correct name. And we have Dark Level, gradually increase dark damage when below 90%, 60%, 30% HP. This is pretty interesting because it means that she didn't get this with her passives, because I don't like when they make a passive for this type of stuff, because it's better for Cheers Battle Arena. When you are losing, you're getting stronger. You also have some Seal Stones that also do the same thing, that gets you stronger with the passing of turns. So this is the same thing. You get stronger as you receive damage. Very nice to be on a weapon, and I think this is also a very good weapon for you to just get it to well away. So this is it. Yeah. So let me get back here. You see, like I said, she has good chances because she's alone on her banner. It's not like a bait banner where you can summon for other characters. You also have a chance to summon for her with the guarantee artifact drop by using the Spade banner. I don't know if it's all that worth, but it's I think it's good to support the game if you can do this. So this is it, guys. We have the event. Let's just talk briefly about the event. Let me click here. It's limited inventories. We are finishing the summer events. I still have to clear this boss. I'll do this in another video. And the exchange booth from this was very good. I think there was a lot of good stuff. I just purchased most of it already, but it's still some good stuff to get. And let's see the one for here. You see, it's just the first part, and the challenge tree is already on 150k recommend mine. That's quite a lot for some people. And the best place to farm is challenge 3 because it's also 6 AP. If you are not strong enough, you can farm on challenge 2, but farming below that is not recommended. But you still can use friends, so it will be very easy to find some strong people to help you out. On the exchange booth, we have lots of good stuff. Like seed, Yggdrasil branch, gold bangle, silver bangle. There's a lot of good stuff here. The events are not so common these days because they kind of reduced the speed of release. I'm very happy with this because we don't have all the time in the world to play 4 events on the same time. So I think that's it, guys. Just see if these characters are worth for you. Maybe you won't be able to choose the 2. Maybe you are still waiting for the newest Valkyries that will come. We also got some story update on the game. We can now see the chapter 3 of part 2, I think. Yeah, chapter 3 of part 2. So you get some more gems from here, but gems are still scarce. You still have to choose well which character you want. If you don't want any of these 2, you still have chances to get more characters in the future. I will be skipping both because I want to get Serial, and Serial is Holy and Lightning, and she also is a critical healer. I still have Mad God to deal with status ailments. You can choose everything. I'll have to wait for False God when she gets to return an artifact banner. Well, I think this is it. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see each other on the next one. Bye.